All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'll call a meeting to order. This time we do not have a physical quorum. But we do have telephonic participation. We'll call the meeting to order. Let's go ahead. Do we have anybody who is going to participate? Excuse me. Do we have anybody for public comment?
No, sir.
Or for
Mr.
chapter,
Chair,
for
we
chapter
have
300?
not received any requests for public comment.
Okay. All right, we're going to move on then. I guess we have a non-voting item. I'll go ahead and skip to number 4 real quick if we can, since it's non-voting. Report of notification of the town of Oakland submitted to comply with CLDA SRF policy and guidance for borrowers, Ms. Thompson.
Yes, sir. We did receive a request from the town of Oakland. It was actually just a notification to notify that they were going to be issuing debt subordinate to their current SRF loans. And so therefore, all they needed to do was notify us to do that in order to comply. And there's no action needed on that.
I consider us duly notified then. Okay, now we do have a fiscal quorum now. Let's go ahead and call the roll since we do have telephone participation.
Okay, very good. Secretary Hargett,
Here.
Mr. Wayman,
Here.
Mr. Wood,
Here.
Commissioner Bryson.
Here.
Mayor Bradshaw.
Yes.
Great. All right. Our next item of business is approval of minutes from CLDA meeting of November 29, 2023. The minutes are in your packet. Any questions, comments, changes? I'll move approval.
Second.
I'll move properly second. Discussion. Hearing none. Let's call the roll, Ms. Thompson.
Secretary Hargett,
Aye.
Mr. Wayman,
Aye.
Mr. Wood,
Aye.
Commissioner Bryson,
Aye.
Mayor Bradshaw.
Aye.
Right, the minutes are approved. Our next item is we have a request from the city of Wartburg and the Plateau Utility District. We have for us today Ms. Paula Mitchell, who is the Deputy Director of Water Resources, will be presenting to us.
Thank you, Secretary Hargett. It's nice to be with you again, the last meeting of the calendar year. It's been a while. It's my pleasure to recommend approval by the board for the request of transfer for the City of Wartburg's SRF loan to the Plateau Utility District. The City of Wartburg has an existing clean water SRF loan. It's currently in repayment status. The city has repaid a total of $1,155,869, has a remaining balance for repayment of $276,574. The City of Wartburg presented in a public meeting on September 18th of 2023, where they passed a resolution authorizing for the transfer of the wastewater treatment and collection system owned and operated by the City of Wartburg to the Plateau Utility District, as well as assigning the contract between the city and the State Department of Corrections contract as well to the Plateau Utility District. The Plateau Utility District also in a public meeting on August 18th authorized through resolution the acceptance of the transfer of the Wartburg utility loan as well as the wastewater treatment plant and operations and the contract with the Department of Corrections. The State Revolving Fund program conducted a financial sufficiency review and found the Plateau Utility District to be financially sufficient to assume this indebtedness from the Wartburg, and we recommend today approval for the transfer.
Any questions for Ms. Mitchell? All right, hearing none, I'm going to offer a motion. I move to approve the request from the Plateau Utility District to transfer the City of Wartburg's SRF loan to the Plateau Utility District and to approve the request to revise the security pledge to a combined water and wastewater system revenue pledge of the district.
Second.
Properly moved, properly seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, Ms. Thompson, call the roll, please.
Secretary Hargett,
Aye.
Mr. Wayman,
Aye.
Mr. Wood,
Aye.
Bryson,
Aye.
Mayor Bradshaw.
Aye.
The item is approved. Ms. Thompson, I believe that concludes our business, except the motion to adjourn. Am I reading that correctly?
Well, that's actually part one of the request. There is a part two to this with regard to Plateau Utility District and the city of Wartburg.
Okay, I apologize. That's not, okay. Ms. Mitchell, is that, you going to take that? Okay.
So the request comes from Plateau Utility District, and they are requesting approval from the TLDA to assume the city state revolving fund loan on parity with its current 2012 and 2020 bonds. On assumption of that SRF loan, the district has requested to revise its security pledge to a combined water and wastewater system revenue pledge of the district. In addition to the SRF loan, the city will also assign its 2020 revenue bonds to the district with an updated security of the combined system. So the district currently has outstanding Series 2012 revenue bonds and is also requesting that the TLDA agree that the security for the SRF loan be assigned on parity with the Series 2020 and Series 2012 bonds. The parties did state in their request that they believe the TLDA's consent to these requests is in the public interest, as it will facilitate the transfer of the system from the city to the district, which the city is determined to be in the best interest of its citizens. TLDA staff did perform an analysis of this request to determine that certain criteria was met in accordance with our policy and guidance. And so there's various things we look at. For instance, is all of the debt secured by the revenues of the combined water and wastewater system? Looking at the lien on the revenues of the combined system, that it's on parity with the liens of the current debt outstanding. We did note that the SRF loan repayments have been timely. Security deposit is on deposit and is sufficient. Audited financial statements have been timely filed, and there are sufficient revenues to cover current and future debt service needs and meets the required debt service ratio coverages as well. They've also had their annual budget submitted and was adopted and submitted to local government finance for approval. Therefore, based on the results of the analysis, TLDA staff recommends the TLDA's approval of these requests.
So I believe my motion was a little bit premature. Motion covered both those items, so we have heard the item described. I'm glad to move to reconsider if someone feels like they have been misled and didn't take it up again, but we have taken care of this part of the issue. So, are you okay with that, Ms.
Yes,
Thompson?
that's, that's fine.
So now I believe we have no further business, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So the chair will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Properly moved, properly second. The item's non-debatable. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Stand adjourned. Thank you very much.